In one of the most shocking cases to emerge from Rajasthan in recent times, Jaipur police have uncovered a chilling conspiracy where a daughter allegedly hired contract killers to murder her own mother. The motive, according to police, was to secure a government job on compassionate grounds and gain control of family property. This incident has sent shockwaves across the state and the country. The victim was 45-year-old Neeraj Sharma, court employee in Jaipur. On the night of 3rd July, Neeraj was returning home on a scooter in the Pratap Nagar area when she was allegedly hit by a speeding Scorpio SUV. The vehicle struck her with such force that she suffered severe injuries and was declared dead at the hospital. At first, the incident appeared to be a tragic road accident, but police investigation soon revealed a much darker story. Investigating officers found that Neeraj's own 23-year-old daughter, Ayushi Sharma, is the prime accused in the case. According to police, Ayushi allegedly conspired with her relatives and paid rupees 7 lakh to contract killers to eliminate her own mother. The plan was carefully designed to stage the killing as a hit-and-run accident so that no immediate suspicion would fall on the family. Police sources say the motive behind this alleged crime was twofold. First, Ayushi wanted to secure the government job that her mother held. Neeraj Sharma had obtained the position on compassionate grounds after the death of her husband. The job was meant to support the family, including Neeraj's differently abled 17-year-old son. However, police claim that Ayushi believed the job should have gone to her and had been in conflict with her mother over this issue for a long time. The second motive was property. Neeraj Sharma's family reportedly owns assets worth several crores. Ayushi allegedly wanted complete control over this property after her mother's death. What began as family disputes over money and employment eventually escalated into a murder conspiracy. CCTV footage from the area played a crucial role in cracking the case. Videos reportedly showed the SUV following Neeraj's scooter for some distance before ramming into her. Technical surveillance, including call detail records and financial transactions, further linked the accused to the crime. Within days, 7 people were arrested in connection with the murder. The arrested include Ayushi Sharma, her paternal uncle Mohan Swaroop, the alleged contract killer Hemant Sharma, who is only 20 years old, and 4 of his accomplices. One more person involved in the conspiracy is still absconding. The accused allegedly arranged the contract killing after several meetings and finalized the payment of rupees 7 lakhs. The presence of a differently abled 17-year-old younger brother who has now lost his mother adds another layer of tragedy to this story. According to latest updates, the accused allegedly tried to harm the boy as well. Police sources indicate that after the mother's murder, fireballs or incendiary objects were thrown into the house with the intention of burning the brother along with any potential evidence. The attempt to target the vulnerable, specially abled sibling has shocked investigators and the public alike. He is currently under the care of extended family and child welfare authorities who are assessing his long-term safety, medical needs and rehabilitation. The surviving son's condition has become a major point of concerns with calls for immediate protection and support for the minor. The accused have been booked under various sections of the Indian Penal Code, including murder, criminal conspiracy and causing disappearance of evidence. All those arrested are currently in police custody and further interrogation is underway to determine if more people were involved. The case has already been presented before the court and police are working on building a strong case for the trial. This incident has of course triggered widespread outrage across Rajasthan. Social media platforms are flooded with reactions from people expressing disbelief that a daughter could allegedly go to such lengths for a government job and property. Many citizens have called for fast-track justice and strict punishment in this case. Women's organizations and local residents have also demanded that the authorities leave no stone unturned to ensure that all those responsible are punished. As the probe continues, police are also examining whether there were any previous threats or complaints filed by Neeraj Sharma against her daughter or other family members. They are looking into the complete financial trail to understand how the payment for the contract killing was arranged and transferred. With us on the broadcast to discuss further is Mr. Sanjay Sahai, former ADGP, Karnataka Police. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out the time and speaking to us on NewsX. This is spine-chilling. 23-year-old murders her own mother for a government job and for property. She's paid hitman rupees 7 lakh and staged an entire road accident. The police managed to crack it, of course, through observing the CCTV footage, to tracking the money trail as well. But Mr. Sanjay Sai, we've seen a disturbing pattern of such incidents where family members are now targeting one another, killing one another. Of course, a lot of psychologists talk about the bond that parents have with their children and vice versa as well. But this is completely mind blowing in the sense that it's horrifying. In your long experience in the police force, have you encountered these kind of cases, and if so, how does the police really go on building these cases to present to the court to ensure that justice is given out?
See, we will get into the details of this case, and when you get into the granular details of Neeraj Sharma's killing, I think it becomes even more spine-chilling. What you have narrated is only one part of the story. Now, at some point in time, they're trying to do a rented Thar Reiki. At that point in time, she realized that there is somebody behind her life. And she went and put on some 4 or 5 cameras and grills and literally anything and everything. And the accused, she used to throw lemon, chilies, all that bad omen sort of stuff. There she broke also one of the glasses and variety of other things to make it sure that she comes out of the house. Neeraj Sharma had a very clear-cut inkling that there is something going to happen to her. Even on the final day, when the differently able child was taken for coaching or physiotherapy, it was only the accused who rang up her mother and asked her to come because she wanted to talk to her mother, something important and all that. And that is how she was coming back. When you are seeing the neat planning of the whole thing, there's also distribution of booty, which was already discussed. And the uncle was supposed to get 5 acres of land on some highway, which is supposed to be a very prized land. So if you get into details and details and details, and what we understand on the superficial part that it is spine chilling, I think it is worst of its kind. Very recently, we had an incident in Bangalore where a girl and the live-in partner they killed the mother, father of the girl and the daughter. There's also a recent incident in Ranchi where I think while I was going through this particular case, some 17-year-old minor girl has killed her mother because she was not giving her money and things of that nature. As far as the police investigation, see what is really chilling is the relationship issue. What for the police, if you take it as a clear-cut investigation and the motive being getting a government job, and you see the tragedy of the whole situation. This lady, she gets a government job on compassionate ground. I have been seeing compassionate ground appointments for at least 36 years of my life, last 36 years of my life, in a variety of ways, government employees dying and the way the job is given to basically wife or son as the case may be, or a daughter as the case may be. But this is the first time where I'm hearing that there is a murder for a compassionate ground job. And this is something very, very strange, something very, very, it bewilders you, it literally shakes you to the very core of humanity. And if you move further, you are seeing all throughout, she is basically conspiring. Her uncle is conspiring, cousin is conspiring, there are 4 other conspirators, Hemant is there. So it is a pure professional job. No attachment, no empathy, nothing. Very clear cut. And I think one of the channels, I think YouTubers or Aaj Tak, one of these channels, when they're interviewing her, the only thing she told that she is doing LLB, otherwise she is so stoic that most of the professional killers will put to shame. As far as what you're talking about, my experience with these sorts of cases, we have had such cases, not that we have not had such cases. And when it comes to pure police investigation, it is treated as any other case, where you have the motive, where you have the conspiracy, where you have the planning, everything adding up into each other, and you have n number of circumstantial evidence and the evidence right there at the scene of offense, and things add up, and you move further. More often than not, these cases are closed and shut cases. What is a disturbing trend right now, that the capability of the accused to create a camouflage of the nature which is unimaginable. We also had a recent case I think where they studied the forensic part of it, and it was decided by the accused that if you make this fellow unconscious and then throw him into water, then this case will not be detected. And lo and behold, most likely wouldn't have been detected. But just because they wiped out every single piece of data on the mobile phone of the deceased, that the police they developed suspicion and they went back and they were able to tackle the case. The casualty is the relationship. We are reaching a stage wherein no relations is safe and secure, no relationship has any sanctity, and day in and day out, we are having such cases. And all these accused, when they plan, they get into a complete details. They're using YouTube, they're using Google, they're using all other earlier cases. That Sonam case, there are lots of people who have done research and people who have acted on it. This is the most deserving trend that they behave like a psychopath and a professional killer, both combined into one.
Absolutely, and the word that I was actually searching for was bewildering, frankly speaking.
Yes.
We have seen, as you pointed out, a couple of these cases where family members have been killed, but for such motive, for a government job and property, a daughter kills her own mother. It is shocking and bewildering. With that,
And
Mr.
from where
Sanjay
does
sir,
she have 7 lakh rupees? She's a
yes,
student.
and they were from a well-off family. With
Yes.
that, Mr. Sanjay Sai, I'm completely out of time, but I'd like to thank
Thank
you
you.
for having taken out the time to speak to us and, of course, to share your insight as far as this case is concerned. On that note, viewers, thank you. We come back with another interesting segment.